let me know when you have some questions. I'll pull the screen down so you guys can see better. But once again, when you have two exponential expressions with like bases, you combine them by counting how many total items at that base you have, right? The only tricky part is, for example, if the total number of j's that you have is -4, you got to take care of that negative exponent, right? Change the attitude by moving it to the basement. Hey, Tayden. Oh, lovely. You don't want blood on your mask. I can see that. That would be unfortunate. Okay. Let's see here. Any questions on like numbers 1 through 9? Okay. Remember, anything to the 0th power gives me 1. Those are kind of fun questions because you don't really have to do any work, right? The only time you have to do work is if there's something out front that you need to keep out front. On questions like number 15, if you had just 3 to the 4th power, that's fine. Or if you expanded it to get 81, that's also fine. So you can see for like 15, 16, 17, 18, I have the answer that's with the exponents, and then I also have the expanded answer. You don't need both. But remember, on your quiz, it will probably be expanded. I also want to remind you, if there's a negative out front, go straight to your answer. That's different than when we have negative exponents, right? So I just want to remind you, negative out front doesn't tell me to flip anything. It's the negative exponents that tell me to flip things. What else? We will get into the scientific notation stuff a little bit deeper eventually. I don't believe I put that on a quiz. I think it's just the overall exponent properties. We'll get back into scientific notation shortly. But if you recall from scientific notation, what you're supposed to do is multiply the constants together and then add your exponents. So just using exponent properties, if you were to write both of those numbers, I have a total of 110. And then with the constants out front, I'm just going to multiply them. But the tricky part is, once again, that tricky part is you have to know that that number has to be between 1 and 10. 13 is bigger than 10. So in order to make this number smaller, I have to make this exponent bigger. That's a really tricky concept. I believe I posted a Khan Academy video about this, so if you are still lost, check it out. Like I said, I didn't throw this on the quiz because I just didn't think we were ready for it. But it will end up being on a test, and we'll review it again. Okay. So yeah, check out the Khan Academy video if you're still confused. How are we feeling about like 19, 20, 21, 18? You guys feeling okay? All right, let's move on. I'm not sure why I love exponent properties so much, but I do. In the red is the exponent version of the answer. For number 3, you could have had 4 to the 3rd power over 2 to the 1st power, 5 to the 1st power. But if you were to expand that, 2 times 5 is 10, 4 to the 3rd power is 64, and then you could have reduced your fraction. I'm not going to give you a question like that on the quiz where they're all numbers and you have to reduce your fractions after all of the expanding and blah, blah, blah. What about 4, 5, and 6 where you had to combine those terms? You take an x off the bottom, an x off the top, you're left with 4 x's on the top, right? Same thing with the y's. 2 minus 3 is -1, which is why that y ends up on the bottom. Fogging myself up again. I can't see. Okay. Questions on 4, 5, or 6? If you expanded number 7, it should be 49 over 16. If you didn't, it's just 7 squared over 4 squared. I'm guessing none of you expanded number 12. It'd be 44 zeros you had to write on your paper. Yeah, I don't know. Number 12 is a great question. You have to combine the top to get 10 to the 5th power, right? And then the issue that you have is if you have, let's do this off to the side real quick. So you're going to get 10 to the 5th power over 10 to the negative 6th power, right? When you combine the top. When you do this, though, remember your property says to subtract. So technically, 5 minus negative 6 gives me a 10 to the 11th power. And then you have to raise that to the negative 4th power. Does that sort of make sense? Maybe? You have to do it one step at a time. You have 2 items on the top with the same base, so I combined them to get 10 to the 5th. And then the reason I can't like take 5 off the bottom and 5 off the top is because one of them is a negative exponent. So I really do have to use that property where I subtract 5 minus negative 6, which gives me 10 to the 11th power. So I really do have to use that exponent property from your notes. Once I do this, I get 10 to the negative 44th power, which means I have to move that to the basement to change its attitude. Scientific notation. You saw more division questions of scientific notation. You have to divide the constants and then subtract your exponents. So with division, it's subtracting exponents. With multiplication, you add your exponents. The only weird part is those constants out front. So like here, if you do 8.1 divided by 9, that would give me 0.9, which is too small. So I had to make that number bigger into 9. And if I make this number bigger, then the exponent has to get smaller, right? You need to balance the scales a little bit. Once again, when I divide, I have to divide my constants to get 0.4 and then subtract my exponents to get 2 minus negative 9, which is a positive 11. And the weird part, once again, I need to make this number between 1 and 10. So when I do that, I made 0.4 bigger into 4. That exponent needs to get smaller. Some of you, if you had 0.8 times 10 to the negative 8, some of you moved that to the basement, which is fine. But technically in scientific notation, you are supposed to leave it with negative exponents, which is weird. Scientists made a weird decision there that contradicted mathematicians. But anyway, I thought 17, 18, 19 were interesting. How would I end up with a c to the 8th power on the bottom? Well, we knew it had to flip because the negative, but 2 times what would give me 8? Well, that would be 4, right? Here, if I have 14 on the top, how many do I need on the bottom to end up with 7? Well, I'd need to get rid of 7 on the top and the bottom, right? Do you guys see that? I mean, I find weird things fun, so I thought these types of questions were fun. Sorry, I'm sure they weren't as fun to do on your own at home. I thought 19 was the trickiest, but the hint for me was 4 times what would give me 12. So I came up with the 3, and then I thought, well, how would that t end up upstairs, right? I would have to apply a negative as well. Does that sort of make sense? I mean, I know it's not a very easy assignment, but hopefully that helps. Okay. 1 hour and 45 minutes is 105 minutes. If you didn't get that part right, then you probably wouldn't have gotten this question right on the front here, number 20, right? So if you were to do this, your division, you always divide your constants and there are no exponents to subtract. So I got 0.02 when I divided times 10 to the 6th. And remember scientific notation, I moved that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots, so I got 20,000. Standard form means I shouldn't see any exponents anywhere in your answer. It means to expand it out. So do you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns on that? Okay.